Wraith was a very polarizing hero in Paragon for a number of reasons. For me, why he was so polarizing to me was because I think he represented a large issue of identity. What was the purpose of the hero? What identity did they serve? And then the balancing from that. So while I like Wraith, I really disliked his identity, his purpose, and his balancing and scaling. In this video, let's see what I've done. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Hero Rework video. I am Sylphin. So, three things right off the bat. One, this in no way represents what Unleashed Games is going to do in their upcoming Paragon 2 project whatsoever. This is simply my idea alone. That is it. Just my idea. Two, and I definitely will send it off internally, just so you know, but it's not what they're going to do at all. Two, hero passives are coming back. So we have to think of a passive for these heroes and hopefully make the passives really in tune with why you pick the hero and what they do as a hero in general. Three, I love the idea of quest mechanics. I love the idea of having the ability to empower what you do, what your main purpose is in that hero by doing something well. I really like the idea, so that if you are good at the hero and if you're able to do what that hero does well better, then it becomes empowered. And four, heroes need a gameplay theme and niche and identity in order to be relevant in team compositions, in the draft lobby, just to exist. They need a relevant reason to exist. And for me, Wraith is a utility anti-stealth caster. A caster. Now, people have been asking in the videos, and I probably didn't explain it very well right off the bat, but a caster to me is a long-range poke ability hero who pokes people from afar, dealing damage. They're a damage dealer, but it's from afar with long / maybe even short if the abilities deal less damage. From afar, they're long range casters. They deal damage from afar, and they're long range. That is a caster with a little bit more utility and maybe some mobility, maybe. That is a caster to me. He's a utility. He has some slows, some other fancy things, some vision. Anti-stealth, very much anti-stealth caster. That is Wraith to me. That is what he always should be. I really disliked carry Wraith because of the insane utility he had. I think this works best with his idea, and so the stats are really key. So the stats up there, he should have caster-like scalings and stats for his basic attack. So his basic attack is very minor, just like other casters, but his attack speed is reduced, and his base damage is increased, but so that it's the same DPS it's the same damage output of casters. It's just he hits slower because he has a sniper rifle, right? He has a sniper rifle, makes sense that he hits slower. Still same DPS, just hits slower. Slightly lower ability damage scalings, because he still did a lot of damage, or just so that it's nice and it's nice and balanced. And he's very squishy because he has so much influence in a long range with a lot of utility. Very squishy. So, what is this passive? Wraith. Wraith reveals enemy heroes, so reveals them to his entire team, the heroes that he hits with ability damage for 9 seconds. Revealed heroes take 4, 6, 8, 10% ability damage from Wraith, not from the entire team. So, he reveals enemy heroes for 9 seconds. Revealed heroes, he deals extra damage to. There you go. Who's there? Is his little pseudo wards. They're kind of actually fine. Wraith launches a sonar board, revealing all enemy units in a large radius. 2 charges. I would like there to be like a 2-charge system, 6 to 16-second cooldown. I'm pretty sure that's what it used to be, maybe. 2 charges, 16-second cooldown, something like that. Great. He provides vision. Vision will be huge on larger maps in, you know, that are coming. Vision very huge. Wards, vision very important. So that ability will be very useful. Back it up. This was what I disliked about Wraith the most. I liked the idea of it. The implementation was nuts. The implementation could definitely need a work, and here it is. Wraith uses his sniper rifle to fire a special round that deals damage, pierces terrain, and teleports a target back to their current location after a 2.5-second delay. Listen to that very carefully. It's now a skill shot that he uses to snipe targets that are 1,600 units away, and it teleports them back to their original location upon getting hit. So, this is going to be hard to explain, but try to watch this. If an enemy hero was here, and you used back it up, and say this hero's going this way. Say this hero's going this way. Okay, it's going this way. If you use back it up, they would be teleported after a brief delay back 3 seconds where they were before this point. They would be taken 3 seconds back here. What I want back it up to do is instead of them going back 3 seconds, their previous location, they're teleported back to their current location just 3 seconds in the future. So when they get here, they go back here. Does that make sense? If you've ever played Chromie from Heroes of the Storm, I highly suggest you do. It's a lot of fun. She's really fun to play. It works just like her Back in Time ultimate, something like that. It works just like that. So heroes come along, back it up, used to send them back 3 seconds. What I want back it up to do is teleport them. If you hit them here, teleport them back to that location. So that that is still an amazing ability. You guys have to understand, that is still an insanely powerful ability. It's just worse in either scenario. Either you're ganking somebody, or you are protecting yourself from a gank. It's worse in both scenarios. So that's Rampage right there. Wouldn't be teleported way back to his base. It would have just been on the river. It makes it at least a little bit more balanced and designed so that you have to place that ability better. You have to be, aha, I want this hero back to this location that they're in right this moment. And A, it's a skill shot, so you gotta hit, you gotta shoot it and hit the target. You have to choose when you want them and where you want them, kind of, to be teleported back. Much better implementation, and it's skill-based because it's a sniper shot. It would deal okay damage. Okay damage. Because it's such a long cooldown, it would deal okay damage. Majority of his damage comes from his knock-knock. There you guys go. Long cooldown on that ability. Knock-knock. It's his bread and butter ability. Wraith uses his sniper rifle to fire a high damage round that deals damage, pierces terrain, and slows enemy units by a little bit. Just a little bit. It slows them for like 1 second, 0.75 seconds. Just a little bit of a micro slow because you got hit by a freaking sniper rifle. That's all. Just so that he works a little bit with his team. Well, he works a lot with his team already, but just so that when he snipes somebody, he gets a little bit of a snow. It's a little bit of a nuisance. Little bit of, you know, if your team's chasing after somebody, helps them out just a little bit. A little bit of a micro slow. 1,600 unit range, 8-second cooldown. You can notice that 8-second cooldown is 1 second faster than the revealed heroes from his passive, so that you can see them as your knock-knock's coming off cooldown, and then you have 1 second to line them up and reveal them again. Really, really cool. 3-second cooldown and no mana cost if knock-knock kills an enemy unit. Just like it did before. Awesome. Surprise, surprise. I don't think there was anything too wrong with it, inherently, to be honest with you. Wraith sends himself and nearby allies within 1,600 units. It did have really far range. It was a little bit weird. So 1,600 units is better. Into stealth after a 2-second delay for 10, 15, 20 seconds, gaining 10% movement speed. It was fine. It's a good escape, potential escape tool, good engage tool, obviously. Wonderful. It was fantastic. Key changes is that now he has 2 skill shots. Back it up and knock knock. Both things you have to snipe. Back it up. It's much more it's much more balanced and much less broken, in my opinion, especially because it's a skill shot that you have to land with a high cooldown. His passive does help him deal damage. A caster is ultimately a damage dealer. And he has that reveal for his entire team, because if if there's more stealth-based heroes that come out in the future, Wraith would be a fantastic mid lane pick. When you have, say you have a carry in the jungle, you have your normal range carry in your duo lane, you have a solid tank in your off lane, you're solid. Fill that roster with some utility, with some long-range poke to enable your team to do stuff. Boom, Wraith is a fantastic pick, especially if the enemy team, they have a Klari and some other stealth hero. I don't know, right? Fantastic. Awesome. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of my Wraith rework? Utility, anti-stealth caster, not a carry, not a mage. He's just a utility caster. You need somebody in the mid lane, anti-vision, anti-stealth, some utility, deals some good damage. There you go. That is Wraith. Awesome. Please like the video if you like it, dislike it, share it with the community, of course, guys. Subscribe if you guys like this content, especially if you found it useful. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see more of it. Until next time, like always, guys, stay optimistic and positive.